Welcome, dear listeners, to a new and explosive episode of Decoding MENA. Joining me today is the esteemed Dr. Yasser, a strategic expert in Middle Eastern affairs. Dr. Yasser, something has left many observers baffled. Did you know Iran claims to have arrested 700 Israeli spies in just 12 days? How did they reach such a staggering number? What does Taiwan have to do with the Israel-Iran war? And how did Iran's intelligence agencies fail to protect their top nuclear scientists?
Thank you for having me. Let me begin with an old military wisdom. You can get shot from inside the very city whose walls you are trying to defend. That perfectly sums up what happened inside Iran.
Dr. Yasser, let's start with Iran's intelligence apparatus. How many intelligence agencies are operating within Iran?
Iran has the official Ministry of Intelligence. But in 2009, the IRGC formed its own separate agency. Then a third agency was created to oversee the second, and a fourth to protect IRGC leadership. That's where the chaos began. In 2020, Intelligence Minister Ismail Khatib formally warned the IRGC that top nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was under imminent threat. No action was taken, and he was assassinated just days later.
4 agencies? That's insane.
Actually, even more. The Iranian police also have their own intelligence wings. So if you run into an agent on the street, you wouldn't even know which agency he works for. Instead of cooperation, you have turf wars. That's Iran's core vulnerability.
Interesting. What exactly was Operation Red Wedding as recently revealed by Mossad?
It was astonishing. On June 9th, Netanyahu publicly announced he would take leave to attend his son's wedding on June 16th. He claimed Israel was waiting on the outcome of U.S.-Iran talks before launching anything. But that same day, he had just left a meeting with 18 senior security officials. They finalized the attack plan on June 9th and launched it on June 13th. That's why they called it the Red Wedding Massacre.
How many targets were included?
Over 250 high-value targets, security officials, political leaders, nuclear scientists. But the main challenge, over 1,600 kilometers from Israel to Iranian airspace.
How did they overcome that?
Israel began training for this with Greece back in 2009. The Israel Air Force conducted over 100 mock strike missions in Greek territory to simulate long-range attacks.
So what were the results?
3 successful actions: airstrikes, internal sabotage of air defense systems by Mossad agents, and the assassination of 11 nuclear scientists. But the second half of the plan? A total failure.
What do you mean by second half?
Israel assumed 3 things. 1, Iranian public anger would explode. 2, Iran's military would crumble, like Syria. And 3, Iran wouldn't retaliate, like previous incidents.
What previous incidents?
Like the Beepers device operations against Hezbollah, the fall of Bashar's regime, and even the shocking assassination of Ismail Haniyeh in the heart of Tehran. Iran's previous responses were minimal, which encouraged Israel. But this time, Iran retaliated within 2 hours, and Israel felt the fear it once spread. The response caused massive losses, which we detailed in our episode, Israel's Massive Losses in the 12-Day War.
Back to the 700 spies. How did Iran discover such a large network?
After the war, Iran realized the country had been internally corroded. Mossad had built drone bases inside Tehran. Over 10,000 kamikaze drones were ready to launch.
That's terrifying. How did Mossad manage that?
Conflicting agendas between intelligence bodies left gaping holes. In Qum alone, they arrested a 22-person Mossad spy ring.
How did Iran handle the crisis?
They executed 6 spies in one go, terrifying the rest who tried fleeing. 8 were captured at the Iraq border the same day.
Did the Iranian government take structural action?
Yes, Supreme Leader Khamenei ordered a new intelligence agency to monitor existing ones, but it could fall into the same internal rivalry trap. They also launched a mobile app for citizens to report suspicious individuals, But that's a double-edged sword. It could lead to false accusations and social unrest. Now, what does all this have to do with Taiwan and China? After the war, Iran sought Russian military aid. Russia declined, busy with Ukraine. Iran then turned to China for J-10C fighter jets and the HQ-9B air defense system.
Would the U.S. allow China to support Iran?
China owns over $1 trillion in U.S. bonds. 70% of American medical ingredients come from China. 90% of rare minerals used in U.S. military tech are sourced from China. Washington is economically handcuffed.
So Taiwan is part of the deal.
That's the real question. Not will China help Iran, but will it trade Iran for Taiwan?
What do you foresee in this conflict?
If current negotiations fail, war will return. The U.S. publicly backs Israel. China is moving toward Iran. Whoever mobilizes faster wins.
What offer has the U.S. made to Iran?
A $30 billion deal to build peaceful nuclear reactors, funded by the Gulf states. In exchange, Iran would abandon its military nuclear program and ballistic missiles.
How did Iran respond?
Iran rejected the offer. Khamenei even insulted Trump, who then said, "I knew where he was and chose not to kill him, and now he insults me."
So we're heading into another round.
Iran has already sent its defense minister to China, requesting J-10C fighter jets, the same ones Pakistan used against India. China agreed to provide them along with advanced air defense systems.
Dr. Yasser, to wrap up this powerful episode, what's the final takeaway?
In just 12 days of war, Iran uncovered 700 Mossad spies, dismantled drone bases, and realized the true threat was internal. The Red Wedding wasn't just an attack. It revealed that Iran's real battle is within. And now the world watches. Will China back Iran or barter it for Taiwan? Are current negotiations the last chance to prevent a regional wildfire?
Thank you, Dr. Yasser, for this riveting and detailed analysis. To our listeners, this was Decoding MENA. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to follow our ongoing analysis of the region's shifting power dynamics. Until next time, stay informed and stay with Decoding MENA.